Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. Today it is Monday. We're kicking off the week strong, guys. I have already meal prepped. Not only have I meal prepped what I usually meal prep, but I've done extra this week. Let me show you. I have been feeling absolutely rough over the last week or so, and I think it's because I'm really low on iron, guys. So I have made some green juice. There was a bit of a palaver making this. My machine broke and I had to use a NutriBullet instead, but we got there in the end, guys. We got there in the end. I also made double the amount of lettuce this week. I put it in 2 separate jars because I usually put it in this one, but yeah, we had a lot of peppers this week as well. I prepped some strawberries like we usually do. I didn't do any grapes this week, just because, yeah, we didn't get any grapes. Why didn't I get any grapes? Oh, that's why. Got satsumas this week instead of grapes, just to have something different, you know? My mum made us some granola as well, guys. I'm really dying to try this. It looks so nutty and fresh. So I'm gonna have some of that with my yogurt that I bought this week. And in terms of hot food, I have made some dal. I actually tried some of this already today. It is so delicious, guys. And it really didn't cost me a lot of money. Like, this meal was really, really good in terms of value. So I've made some red lentil dal. And yeah, if you want the recipe, just comment down below. And I will maybe do a video of me making it on here. And then in addition to that, I made some plain rice, just plain basmati, nothing too special there. But yeah, in terms of preparation, guys, I feel like so much more extra prepared this week. I'm really getting in the swing of it. So yeah, we're all prepped up for another week. I have had some questions last week in regards to like how fresh things are staying, and in terms of like the fruit, once they're prepped, as I said, guys, they kind of go within a few days. I would definitely say that they are good for 3 days max. Maybe if you left them for longer than that, they may start to go a bit sticky and icky. In terms of the lettuce, again, I try and use it within 3 days and kind of go from there. I'm finding that the meals, in terms of the hot meals, they're lasting like at least 5 days. Don't eat the prepped food every day. It's just that I want to have on hand a meal that I can literally go to without having to do any cooking at all. And it's just really helping me to not only try and rein in the food budget, but it's helping me to eat a little bit more healthier. So yeah, definitely give it the thumbs up. Me for day 28 on a budget of 0 in order for me to save money. It's meal prepping time. Meal prep was a nightmare. I decided to make some green juices this week to up my iron intake. As I was juicing the vegetables, guys, my machine broke. It started clogging up for some reason. I had to use my NutriBullet instead. It takes longer because you have to sieve it through. Yeah, in the end, we finally got some beautiful green juice, guys. This will last me a good few days. Hopefully make me feel better. I had to make my main dishes the next morning because I was far too tired last night. I was making plain rice and some dal. I'm sipping on my green juice from yesterday. Started off by cutting up some onions and some garlic and ginger. Made my rice first of all. I think I went with 3 cups in total. Should definitely last us the week. Made sure to add quite a bit of salt and a big massive knob of butter. Add some olive oil to a frying pan. Added my onions and gave it a little bit of a stir. Added 5 cloves of garlic and a thumb-sized piece of ginger. This time my rice was boiling. Covered it with foil and added the lid. I added 3 cups of washed red lentils to the onions and garlic mixture. Added in some cumin, turmeric, chili powder and a whole can of coconut milk. Boiled the kettle to dissolve a stock cube in 500 ml of water. Added that to my pot and left it to simmer for 20 minutes. In terms of fruit and veg, I prepped the same as I did last week. The rice and dal should last at least 3 meals for this week. Yeah, guys, that is me all prepped.
Morning, guys. It is Tuesday today and I am so tired. I had such a late night last night because I did my nails, but I did my hands and my toes, guys. I've never done my toes before, like with the gel builder. So it took me ages, and I had this, I've got one here for manicures. I used one of these. This is called Mani in a box, but I used the Pedi in a box. It was a little bit bigger than this. I think there's like 4 stages. This one says 3, but there were 4 stages for the actual Pedi in a box. But I'm telling you, like, it was so good. I really need to buy one of them again. It's so good. I don't even know where you get. I think you get them from B&M. I'm not sure. but I'll show you the steps in the short that I'll add to this clip. I did my hands and I did my toes. I went for a white this time, and I really do feel like I'm getting a bit better at it, guys. I don't know. Listen, I'm not a nail tech, so if you're a nail tech, judge kindly, but I really do feel like I'm getting the hang of it a bit now. This is my good hand because I used my right hand, my dominant hand, to do this one. But this one isn't even my dominant hand. And look, I did have to invest in a fine liner brush, which looks like this. They come in a pack of, oh no, that's not it. They come in a pack of 5, I think. Is it 5? Yeah, they come in a pack of 5. But they all have these like fine tips, and it helps with the edges. So I didn't put a lot of the gel builder around the edge of the nail. I put most of it like in the middle of the nail bed, and then I dragged it out to the edges. So I don't know. Listen, I'm just trying, guys. I'm just trying, but I am enjoying doing it, you know. I am actually enjoying like doing them myself at the moment. We'll see how it goes. The next job I have to do is my hair, because I did see some greys the other day, but I do need to definitely retwist it sometime this week. But yeah, inspiration, I hope.
Day 30 on the £0 budget, where I turn these into these. I decided to use the penny in the box Lux for Step in order to give myself a pedicure at home, guys. Lives are hard. We have no budget for self-care. We're doing our toes ourselves. To remove the varnish, I did acetone soaked cotton ball, tin foil. Then I went in using my spray to remove the excess. I had a cuticle remover to remove my cuticle. Came in with my cuticle cutter and removed the excess. I mean, they look gorgeous already, guys. Next up, we came with our nail files to give that square effect. And then we were onto the penny. That was the sea salt soap. I went in with the sugar scrub, which was so divine. Smelled gorgeous, guys. Definitely did the trick. After buffing them to high heaven, gave the toes a good dry, and then added the mud mark. Wrapped them in a towel. Next up was nail polish. Started with a coat of the base coat, cured it for a minute, and then went in with my gel builder. We were going for white this time. I bought this fine liner brush. Guys, this brush has definitely upped my nail game. After 2 layers of gel builder, I did a final shaper and wiped down. In with 2 coats of top coat, and the last step of the penny in the box, massage butter. I also gave my nails a refresh. I'm bad for someone who's only started doing this in the last couple of weeks.
Morning, guys. I've just got dressed. It is Thursday and I'm about to go to the shops. I need to buy just a few ingredients. I'm about to make up a meal from a budget book that I was gifted. It's called Budget, I think. Budget meals? I'm not sure. I will check. Sorry. The company that sent it to me is called A Pinch of Wow, I think. So yeah, I'm going to make a recipe from that today, film it for you guys, and also vlog it for TikTok. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get on with the rest of my orders. It's quite a busy day today, so I thought I'd take you with me. But yeah, we are just gonna get our shoes on. I've got to print off something from downstairs, and then I'm gonna go. One thing I definitely need to do is sort out my socks. I've got so many mismatched socks, and some of these socks, like this one, I don't know, they just don't stay on properly, guys. They are so annoying. But yeah, I've got so many mismatched socks. I don't know where they've all gone to. Where do all the missing socks go, guys?
Okay guys, we're back. I went to the town to literally drop off some orders, and I have been meaning to, for such a long time, do a recipe from this book. I was gifted Budget by Pinch of Nom quite a few weeks ago. I'm not gonna lie, quite a few weeks ago. Luckily this is not sponsored, guys, but they kindly gifted me this recipe book, and I've been meaning to do a recipe from it. When I prepped my meals this week, I kind of like had that in mind, that I was going to cook a meal from here. Now, when I went to the town, I was about to get a few ingredients for this recipe here. It's called meatball mash bake. It looks absolutely delicious, but I didn't want to spend too much money. I've already done my weekly shop, as I said. We went to Tesco and M&S this week, so I actually went over budget by a few pounds. So I didn't really want to spend more money on more ingredients that I won't necessarily use for another few weeks. So the recipe calls for you to make some mash, which I've got some potatoes to do that. I even had some freezer mash, guys, that I bought from IKEA. And from IKEA, I also bought their meatballs because we absolutely love them. They are the vegan range meatballs. Guys, if you have not tasted these, I've even had these from the IKEA cap. They're so, they're so delicious. And if you buy the meatballs, you have to buy the gravy. You have to buy the savoury sauce. This was my budgeting brain, guys. I thought to myself, well, we want to use the book. We've been inspired by the book, but I am going to adapt it slightly. We're going to have the mash. It has some cheese on top of it. Nice, nice, nice. They do ask to put a bit of tomato puree and balsamic vinegar in the mash, but because we're not having a tomato based sauce, I'm not going to do that. I may put a little bit of the gravy inside of my mash. That might be really nice. Then for the meatballs, I'm going to use the IKEA ones. This is a meat recipe, guys. So it requires you to hand make your meatballs from ground beef. So I've already got mine made, I don't need to do that. Then for the sauce, it requires you to make like a basic tomato and basil sauce. So I'm not gonna make the sauce, I'm just gonna use the sauce that I have here for my mash. I've got 2 of these, so if I do run out, I'm sure it'll be fine. So yeah, I'm gonna adapt it. I have been inspired though by a pinch of nom, so thank you very much for gifting me this book. So yeah, let's see how it goes. We'll do a little taste test at the end, and yeah, let's just see how it goes, guys. We're on a budget. Okay, so here's a bit of a close-up of the ingredients. I'm going to use some dairy-free butter, got my potatoes here, and some oat milk for my mash. I've got some cheese on top, as I said. Here are the IKEA plant balls. They're not called meatballs, they're called plant balls, guys. These are the vegan balls, and I've got 2 of these, but I'm going to use one to start with, the savoury sauce to make it. So it's going to be like a mash meatball bake, as it says. I've also got some kale, guys, so I'm going to do some kale chips. You can hear I've got the, what's it called, air fryer. I've got the air fryer on to make some kale chips. I soaked some cashews last night that I'm going to use to make up my dip for these, so I'm going to wash those and prep those as well while I do dinner. And I've also picked up some sweet corn. They're only 65p from M&S, so I'm going to put these in the where am I going to put them? Where am I going to put them? I'm going to cook these as well, guys, so that we can have it with our dinner. But yeah, that is what we're going to do. Pray for me. Right, so I'm just going to wash the kale. I'm going to rip it into shreds, guys, and put it into my bowl over here, and then I can make up my sauce. So yeah, I'll give it a good wash. Some of the leaves are turning yellow, like this one, so I have to be really careful. And then yeah, this is the size approximately that you want to have. I like the big ones though, because they dehydrate nice and crispy. I might actually cook these in the air fryer. I've seen a really nice way of grilling them, so I may put them in there. I've committed the cardinal sin, guys. I've forgotten the nutritional yeast. Well, not forgotten. We usually have quite a big stash in this house, but after doing my clear out, clearly I must have thrown it away. Anyway, what I do have though is I have got some Pimp My Salad. It's called cashew palm cheese. Basically, inside of it is cashew nuts, sunflower seeds, nutritional yeast, and pink salt. So I'm gonna use this instead. I would suggest using nutritional yeast, but this is the next best thing, and I'm not going to the shop to buy anything else. Okay, so we've got a NutriBullet container. I've got my cashew nuts that were soaking, and I've rinsed them off, given them a couple rinses, guys. But the reason why you put them in the water is because they swell up nice and big and juicy like this. Like, they were not this size before. So yeah, that's why you soak them. You can do it dry, but I think they come out a little better when you soak them. I've also got some sun-dried tomatoes that I'm going to put in. Gives it a bit more like of a pizza-y taste. I've got some garlic granules. I've got some sea salt, which I'm not going to put too much of because we're using this instead of nutritional yeast. So yeah, I'm going to put that on top too. Okay, so I'm going to add all of my nuts. This was approximately was it 200 grams, 180 grams of nuts, I think. I just got the packet from Aldi, guys. You know the bag that they sell in Aldi? I used the whole bag of that. And in my sun-dried tomatoes, I'm going to put the rest that is in here. In total, I think I'm putting about 6 or 7. I'm going to put a bit of the juice in there as well. Put a bit of oil, because that will just add to the flavour. So yeah, that was a 280 gram jar, 168 dried weight, so about 80 grams-ish of sun-dried tomatoes. And then to this mixture, I'm going to add some garlic granules. You know I love my garlic. Some salt. Okay, that's enough. And I'm going to put a good helping, maybe 2 tablespoons of the nutritional yeast, guys. Well, substitute in here as well. Okay, now lid on, and we are going to blend. So here is my finished mixture. I would prefer it to be a bit more chunkier than this, guys. So we have overdone it a little bit, maybe with the water and the blending. But here it is. It is nice and creamy. In terms of taste, it tastes just like pizza. Okay, so I'm just gonna add my paste to our kale chips. This is quite a lot of kale. I'll probably have to do it in 2 batches. I'm just gonna go in with my hands, guys, and give it a good mix around so all of the leaves are coated. Yeah. And this is what we are left with. It smells so gorgeous. The sun-dried tomatoes are definitely a much needed addition. If you don't want to do it though, or if you can't afford to put them in, then that's fine, but they are definitely a much needed addition, guys. So that's what we have there. And here is my air fryer, and I'm gonna just add it to it, guys. Put about half inside. I'm gonna put some on the top, and yeah, leave a bit for the other batch. This is gonna go into my air fryer, and as I said, we have a, where is it? It's over here. We've got a bake, roast, we've got a dehydrate button. So I'm gonna do it at 56. I'm gonna do it for 8 hours. It usually works for that long. Start. And yeah, those are the kale chips off for a little dehydrating. Right, now onto the main. I'm gonna peel my potatoes so I can put them onto boil. Add some salt. While that's doing its thing, I'm gonna heat up some olive oil in this pan and get my meatballs fried up. They're already cooked, so I'm just literally like heating them up. They look like out of the packet. I've got my measuring jug here, and I've got my sauces. I'm gonna put all of it in. If I need the second one, then I will add it. I probably will need it. That's my sauce, number 1 going in. Okay, potatoes are done. Here's my masher. So I'm gonna need 2 hands to do these. I'm gonna add a little bit of this gravy, guys, savoury sauce to it. So stir that all in. Right, I'm gonna add a little bit of oat milk to it, not too much. About a tablespoon of butter. Mix. Here's my mash. I'm gonna have a little bit of a taste. Bit of salt. Perfect. I'm gonna put my meatballs into my dish. Could easily be plated separately, guys, but we're gonna follow the recipe as closely as we can. Okay, next I'm gonna whack on my savoury sauce. I'm gonna be whacking this in the oven. I thought I'd do it this way. Let's give it a bit of a shake. So then let's add our mash on top. Hope it doesn't sink too much. Then I'm gonna come in with my cheese. And yeah, this is my version of the meatball mash pie. Right, I was actually going to put these in the air fryer, guys, but we didn't think about it properly because we've got the kale chips in there, which are going to be in there for another 7 hours. I've washed out the pot that I had the potatoes in. I'm just going to put them to the boil and just lather it with butter and salt instead. It's finished, guys. Here is my version of the meatball mash bake. What do we think, guys? I mean, obviously we're gonna have to do a taste test to see how it is, but I am so looking forward to this, especially like the crispy bits. Crispy bits! I love crispy bits on mash. Oh my gosh, I'm so looking forward to this. I'm actually so gassed because bearing in mind, guys, we haven't bought any new ingredients. Like, bar the potatoes, everything that I have used today was in my cupboards. Sometimes I don't look in recipe books or look up recipes on the internet because I know that I don't necessarily have all the ingredients, or I may not have all the ingredients to make the recipe. But don't be discouraged. Use this video as inspiration to still look them up, but just use the ingredients that you have in your cupboards. Like, there is no shame in doing that. No one's gonna come and tell you off. So yeah, I'm really happy that I, one, looked in the book, and two, that it actually has come out looking really nice. Okay guys, here is our delicious, I've already tried a bit, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie. I already tried a bit, guys, off camera. This is so nice. With the sauce, if you haven't tried IKEA's plant balls, you're missing out. You are hands down missing out. This is a makeshift meal, yes. Sometimes it be like that, but this is delicious, guys. Corn on cobs, really nice and buttery. Nice. Anyway, I'm gonna go and sit down and eat the rest of this. I hope you have a good evening. Okay guys, it is a late one. I'm ready for bed, but I've just remembered my kale chips. This is the second batch and they're done. So these are all the chips, guys, and as you can hear, they're nice and crunchy. Transferred it into Tupperware container instead. As you can see, we've got all of the dregs out. I even took out the bottom part of the tray so that I could get every speck out, guys. Let's do a taste test. The real ultimate taste test is when you hear the crunch. This is the best way, I know, to eat kale, because if you're not a green lover, we have to jazz it up a bit. But yeah, these are delicious. I'm going to bed with my kale chips.